I don't want that. I can. So I think I accidentally. Okay, this is the one that is going now. Put it in gaming. Hello, Survivor, Kitty Kirishima, and Secure. And 4 other people who are supposedly watching now. Okay, make sure it's on Twitter as well, because YouTube is pretty fit. I heard that YouTube is going to stop like automatically tweeting, even if you have that option checked, which I do. But so far it's been pretty consistent. Okay, yeah, it has not tweeted out, so I'm gonna tweet out a link. Alright, that should be good. Oh, I gotta pull it up on my phone as well so I can keep up with. Alright. Gonna close out of that. Go ahead and close out of that. That Neo picture. My new desktop wallpaper is a picture of Neo from the Volume 6 finale. Noob Artist says, what are your thoughts on this game? Kitty Kirishima interrupted it. Thoughts on this game? I think it's pretty rad. I like playing it. This is not the first time I'm streaming this game. And for good reason. I'm also playing a Spider-Man Noir. I was playing a Spider-Man Noir towards the end of the last stream, and I'm gonna continue playing a Spider-Man Noir because Spider-Man Noir is Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so it's been a while since I've streamed this game, so if I suck, that is why. The reason why it's been a while is, after the last time I streamed it, I was like, okay, I'm not going to stream it until I finally get around to seeing Into the Spider-Verse. I saw Into the Spider-Verse, earlier this week. I think I saw it Sunday? Yeah, I saw it Sunday, so almost a week ago now. But I've been really busy with YouTube stuff, this week. Because right after that,
Halloween party.
right after I saw Into the Spider-Verse, I ended up finishing my One Piece video. Check it out, by the way.
Delaney's dressed as one of my greatest foes. Let's find out which one.
And then after that, I had to record the podcast for the finale on Tuesday. Because we did it live. And then Wednesday we recorded the Genlock podcast. And that got released Thursday. That was released yesterday. And tomorrow,
Dr. Delaney is here somewhere.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm releasing the review for the Volume 6 finale. So like this is really the only day of the week that I could like stream the video without it interfering with one of my other things I have going on.
Excuse me, are you Dr. Delaney?
Ah, Spider-Man, my nemesis. You won't catch me this time.
Oh no, smoke. Whatever will I do?
This is the end for you, Spider-Man.
Taking cosplay way too far.
Which one is the real man? Now I have you.
Hey, what's wrong with you? I worked on that helmet for a week.
I need to find Dr. Delaney.
He's out in the party somewhere. Who are you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Smartass.
Okay, then.
Looks okay, I guess.
I need to read these. Michael Rivers is Spider-Man, Spider-Man, mediocrity, Spider-Man shoots his web on the floor, mediocrity has 4. Look out, he's playing Spider-Man. Let's watch the high, finally some more Spider-Man. Alchemore says hello. Michael Rivers says, Ruby Volume 6, worst volume ever. That is completely and utterly not true. In fact, it's probably the best. If you say Volume 4 is the best, I will argue that. And if you say Volume 3 is still the best, I won't really argue with that, even though I adamantly disagree with Volume 3 being the best. I think Volume 4 blew it out of the water.
That guy throwing down candy could be Dr. Delaney. Gotta find a way up there.
Eat, my little children! Hey, over here!
Can't use my webs.
Oh.
How could I get up there?
Let me hear you scream!
Got some. Over here! Over here!
Yeah, for R2 to run, that's weird. Parkour!
I'm looking for Isaac Delaney.
I think he's on the dance floor. There he is. Hey, look, it's Spider-Boy.
God. The song that they're playing sounds like Informer by Snow.
What's the matter,
Informer,
shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Hey, look at boom boom now.
Come on! Hey! Fight! Kick his ass, Spider-Man! What the hell? Oh, snap! Get him, Spidey! What do you want?
So Let's Watch says, so Volume 6 best volume ever, or do you still need a couple days to think about it? I'd say yes. I thought about it. I say in my
Take it easy.
review
Just
that
tell
is
me
coming
what
out
you want.
tomorrow, that, like, yeah, I will
This is a
tentatively
joke,
say
right?
that Volume
Those
6
aren't
is the
real
best.
Back now.
Because I rewatched
Let it
it.
go.
Yeah, I rewatched it in preparation for the podcast, and then after that, like, gave myself some time to kind of reflect on it and the other things that had happened throughout the volume, and it's actually way tighter than I think a lot of people thought it was going to be after the apathy stuff. Or, so it actually strikes a really good balance between, like, the self-contained bits
Everybody
and then
Yeah.
the overall bits. It
Good.
actually strikes a really good balance between the two.
Happy Halloween. How about some mood lighting? And where'd they take Delaney? There's Dr. Delaney.
Taking me.
Who are you?
You recently began working with someone in an Oscorp lab.
How do you know that?
We don't have much time, Isaac. Tell me his name.
Mr. Negative.
Show's over, Lee. Apparently the show's not over.
His name, Dr. Morgan Michaels. Thank you.
Damn, I forgot how intense this part is. Ugh.
That's all of them. Gotta find Lee.
This far said, did you hear Ubisoft tried to make Assassin's Creed game in the American Civil War? It was cancelled 2018. You can probably guess why. No, I hadn't heard about that. I can't really think of why, because Ubisoft shills that they are, they would totally freaking have quote unquote fun in, like, were they just too afraid of portraying like the Union as morally ambiguous the way they did the revolutionaries in Assassin's Creed 3? I mean, I'm not a fan of the Assassin's Creed games. I think there's like 2.5 of them that are any good. So I would not play it. And I think a big problem with Assassin's Creed 3 was the setting.
That guy again.
It just didn't lend itself to a lot of the strengths that Assassin's Creed has with like the parkour system and its counter-based combat, and I need to like counter this dude.
Stop them from hurting each other. What did Lee do to these people? Yuri, I need your help.
Akmor said, am I the only one who's noticed an influx of people saying they are dropping the show?
I'll explain later.
Even though this is
right
one of the
now,
best
you
volumes.
Need to find a Dr. Morgan Michaels.
Yeah,
Martin
I
Lee's
noticed
coming
that
after him.
too. Now, a couple people were already threatening to drop the show because of Volume 5.
Who is this Dr. Michaels?
I think he's the head scientist on this
And they were just watching Volume 6 to see how like this arc ended. That like Floof, I don't think even if Volume 6 was like 10 times better than it was, I'm pretty sure Floof was going to drop it after this anyway.
I have an idea on how to find him. I'll let you know if it works.
And with like lightning in my hand, I'm not sure what his deal is, because he doesn't seem to have said as much negative things about this volume either. And then you got, you know, people who just have no idea what they're talking about, like Muffin Man Dan or Eruption Fang, who just like got all butthurt because the show didn't kill off more characters.
No, what happened?
Lee corrupted him and made him kill himself.
That's horrible. We have to stop this guy.
We will. Before
Okay, I can't speak for Muffin Man Dan because I haven't actually watched any of his videos. But that's just the feeling I get from him because of Twitter.
Not sure, but I bet he works on the Devil's Breath project.
Howard, long time no see. How's Pidgey doing?
But Eruption Fang,
He's
like,
a little down today. Misses
I've
his
seen
cousins.
him on Twitter,
Been a
and I've seen
big
people
whirlwind
talk
for
about
both of
his
us.
points on
Owners of the
my
building,
channel,
rezoned
in
for
my
commercial.
comment section and stuff. That
He had
in
to
my
move
Twitter
feast to get our
feed.
bearings.
I'm so sorry.
And his whole thing is Adam didn't manage to kill Blake or Yang, so the show sucks now. Like that's what his points basically boil down
I've
to.
been looking everywhere for the rest of them, but with my bad leg and all,
You know what? I get around. How about I keep an eye out for him?
Not exactly a thrilling sight.
you do that? Oh, thank you. If you have any luck, please give me a call.
And with I've also spoken to Tom from Team Frostbite
Hey, MJ,
pretty
I'm
extensively,
back.
because out of all the
The
Team
one bit of
Frostbite
info I got
members,
from ESU
he's
is
the
a
one
name,
who is on
Dr. Morgan
the
Michaels.
Discord the most to just chill out with, and so he's really fun to talk
I'm
to.
not sure.
And
but I bet he works
his
on
whole
the
thing
Devil's
was
Breath
that like
project.
there's
Think
better
we're
shows
gonna
out there. Like
Devil's
he
Breath file?
he doesn't want Ruby to be his life anymore, and I feel that. That's why I'm trying to do a lot more different shows. Like that's one of the reasons why I did that One Piece video and why I did those JoJo videos last summer. because I don't want to just do Ruby content.
All records of it. All I have are invoices from Osborne's personal account to Fisk Construction. Knowing Fisk, he kept the
so yeah, Tom was basically saying he's done after this volume because he just wants to do something else.
Time to pay him a visit.
I doubt he's gonna tell you anything.
And anyone that are doing it because of that, this is probably a good place to stop. Volume 6, because Volume 6 was the end of the quote-unquote Mistral arc.
It's getting away.
And so I can totally see why some people are just like, you know what? End off on a high note. Don't let them red versus blue this. You know, this is the equivalent of dropping red versus blue after season 10. You know. So people who are doing it for that reason, I totally get behind them, and I support them.
Are still at large and still striking at innocent people like Oscorp CFO Charles Standish in their own homes. How? You're on with J. Jonah James.
Yeah, my cousin's a corrections officer, and he says the demons they've arrested aren't talking. They clam up, won't even speak to their lawyers.
This underscores a concern I've had about these demons. They're not regular criminals. They might not even be ordinary terrorists, although they certainly commit terrorist acts. But it looks to me more and more like they're a cult.
Are you kidding me? Those kind of people are out of their minds. They'll do anything.
It's horrifying, isn't it? Does this mean that we have to live in fear? To be constantly looking over our shoulders? To expect an attack at any moment? My opinion, folks, the answer is yes.
Fear-mongering. Alright.
Okay, that's how I can get into Norman's office.
Akbar said, what do the best volumes have in common? Lancaster moments? Coincidence? I think not.
Place on lockdown.
I mean, you're not wrong. They do. But the only volume that doesn't have Lancaster moments is volume 5, so you know. Is this the one where I have to like stay away from the lights or whatever?
There are the network cables. Just need to follow them to the security module.
Yeah, I
Looks like
remember
there's
this.
4 of
This
these
is
around the
kind of
building.
annoying.
That should make things easier.
What the hell? Security teams, call in.
So Morgan S donated $5 and said, when are we getting an Eureka 7 review? I would love to do an Eureka 7 video, like a Mediocrity versus Eureka 7, the same way I did my JoJo videos, or even like kind of my One Piece video that I recently did, talk about like what Eureka 7 does differently than other Mecha Show, and I think this would be a good time to do it because of Genlock.
Teams. Looks like we have some sort of software problem. We're calling in a specialist. Copy that. Continuing exterior sweep.
There's the second module.
What? All agents, someone's taking control of one of our subsystems. Initiating Delta Protocol.
Man, everybody's got drones these days.
Eureka 7 is one of my favorite anime.
Stable team.
And
status report. Exterior sweep negative. We are all clear. Still look like a
I might actually do it in like a long dead format on my channel, which is the most important scene.
Attention all Sable teams. There's a small possibility we have a trespasser on site. We're analyzing data now. Stay vigilant. Copy that, Control.
Where I basically just break down the scene where
there it is.
Basically the scene where Dominic X Anemone becomes canon. Because that's one of the best scenes in any anime ever.
Gotta move. Hi, MJ. A little busy right now.
I'll be quick. Listen, I got a lead on Charles Standish's location. I think if I can get to him, I can make him talk. He knew about Dr. Delaney. He probably knows about Morgan Michaels as well.
Okay, just don't do anything crazy. Speaking of crazy, gotta find that last module. There's the last one. Nice. Now I can get into Norman's office and hopefully find out more about Morgan Michaels and Devil's Breath.
Exterior sweep negative. Should we go on lockdown? Not yet. Mr. Osborn is in the middle of an important call. But keep tracking. There must be someone out there.
Hold on. Switching to a secure line. I'm way ahead of you, Wilson. I had my people go through all your files. If you try to expose our business arrangement, it'll be your word against mine. And I'm not the one behind bars right now.
Wait, is Norman talking to Wilson Fisk?
Neo statue. What are you talking about?
The Neo statue from the auction house. They must be talking about that file MJ found. Jackpot. GR-27. Dr. Morgan Michaels is the chief scientist, but the location of the lab is redacted. AI-controlled CRISPR. If that actually works, it could cure any genetic disease. Cystic fibrosis, Huntington's? This is crazy.
Creepy.
Whoa. GR-27 is Devil's Breath. It's designed to cure diseases, but in its current form, it's like a bioweapon. Dr. Michaels keeps the only sample with him at all times. That's why Lee wants him. We find Michaels, we find Devil's Breath.
Hey, Howard. I think I found one of Pidgey's cousins. Dusty Gray Flex. Might have just left a stain on my suit.
Clarence. The guy's a little devil, but he's a charmer. Give him a pat on the head and point him towards Feast. He'll find his way.
No problem. I'll do the same for any others I find.
Alright, let's get this backpack.
Hey, Pete. What's up?
MJ, get this. Devil's Breath wasn't designed to be a weapon. It's a treatment for genetic disorders. But its current form is wildly imperfect. In trying to
The
fix the
survivor
body, it
said
rips
the
it
reason
apart.
they didn't make the Assassin's
need to
Creed game
locate
was
Dr.
because how
Michaels.
the Confederate flag
I don't
today is
trust
considered
Sable to
racist,
contain
blah, blah,
something
blah.
this deadly.
Yeah, so is the Nazi flag, and Wolfenstein the New Order was still, like,
Charles Standish is being held at
you know,
Sable's Central
made
Park compound.
and
If
did
anyone
very
knows
well
Michael's
and
location,
was
it'd be
very,
Oscorp CFO.
quote-unquote, progressive with
I'm
its
trying to
black
reach him
female
now.
Nazis.
Reach him? That place is crawling with guards. How are you trying to reach him?
Very, very quietly. Gotta go, partner.
Sneaking into a Sable compound. That could go bad fast.
Uckmore
I should head to Central Park.
said... Oh, but Adam never really had a part of Sun's character. Oh. Blesswatch said, thank God Carrie confirmed that Adam is dead. Yeah. I'm trying to just get questions. Professor Ella said, how would you feel if the show ended? I would be surprised because they kind of put it on themselves.
Looks like Doc checked in.
Of unlimited potential.
Like they set up so many things in this volume for later on, and
If it were free.
yeah.
In developing our neural interface, we need to think beyond replicating the tired putterings of our physical forms. Instead, reach into imagination and possibility. Reach into the mind.
I've never heard Doc this excited by a project. Hope he's not too excited.
So now, that we're getting into the swing of things.
Someone's getting robbed.
I wanted to start talking about Into the Spider-Verse, which I saw last week. It's so for those of you who haven't seen it, Into the Spider-Verse is the animated Spider-Man movie that came out about a month or two ago. Yeah, it came out in December, so it came out a little over a month ago. And I finally got around to seeing it almost a week ago, and it's really good. The story is very comic booky. So the story, it centers around Miles Morales, who is he's just a kid. He's.
That's it. I feel like the hold-up guys are phoning it in.
How do I describe Miles Morales without just talking about his plot point?
Not getting much coverage. I should look.
He's an underachiever. He's got a lot of potential, but he'd rather just screw around with his uncle and like do graffiti and stuff. And he's also like kind of going through that typical, I'm new to the school and I don't like it because I don't know anyone here. And he ends up.
Stable control. What's the situation in Columbia? Control. Rooftop outpost under fire from demons.
And he ends up getting bit by a radioactive spider and becoming a Spider-Man. Now, he goes to like kind of investigate, and he runs into Peter Parker, his Spider-Man, who is fighting the Kingpin and trying to stop this this dimensional gateway thing that Kingpin is trying to use. Now, Kingpin's whole plot is that his family left him, and so he's trying to rip open these. His family left him, and then died in like a car wreck. So he's trying to like find an alternate version of them to reunite with his family. And all this happens in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. Spider-Man dies. Peter Parker dies in that encounter, and Miles Morales fails to pick up where he left off and shut down the gateway. So these 5 other Spider-Men get dragged into Miles Morales' universe and have to investigate what's going on and find their way back home or risk dying. Because the longer that they stay in Miles' universe, the worse they get, and they'll just eventually disappear. Now, in that gaggle Spider-Man, you have Peter B. Parker, who is a much older, more jaded version of Spider-Man, who is like in his 40s. God. So this combat system wasn't really built with the whole nighttime stuff in mind. It's a lot harder to fight at night.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal.
And so Peter B. Parker kind of takes Miles Morales under his wing and teaches him like what it means to be Spider-Man. And in that, Miles Morales kind of teaches Peter B. Parker what it's like to be Spider-Man. Like, kind of reminds him and gets him out of that funk he was in.
Where are you, MJ? Crap.
Reach him? That place is crawling with guards. How are you trying to reach him?
Very, very quietly.
Gotta
go, partner. Standish is somewhere in there.
The other Spider-Man, you got Spider-Gwen, who is Gwen Stacy from another universe who became Spider-Man instead of Peter Parker. And in that universe, it was Peter Parker that died horrifically instead of Gwen Stacy, as per usual.
Promising. Just need to distract the guard. Out of the way, fella.
What was that?
Gotta move. Now.
Gonna check on our house guest. Stay here. Copy.
House guest. Must be Standish. He's here somewhere.
So bare bones. So scripted. Like, there's only one way to really do this. Stealth games are at their best when they give you... Stealth games are at their best when they actually give you options. This isn't options, this is figuring out, like, where to throw the lure.
What the?
What's that? Demons are killing anyone related to Devil's Breath. Standish is in real danger. Got it. Time to move. Standish.
And then you have
I've got to get to
the other Spider-Man, and you got Peter Porker, who is a cartoon pig version of Spider-Man. Spider-Man Noir, who's just Nicolas Cage. Like that's his characterization. He's Nicolas Cage.
I do not want leaks to press about Michael's or Devil's Breath.
On it. Crap. Generator tripped.
Won't distract him for long.
How's it looking? Convoy gonna be ready? 5 by 5. Got a partial visual. Moving to confirm.
Wait!
Didn't throw the thing in time. Oh, and I'm back here?
Crap. Generator tripped.
Won't distract him for long.
How's it looking? Convoy gonna be ready? 5 by 5. As soon as boss gives the word, we'll get Michael's moved to the new safe house.
They're moving him. Have to find out where before we lose our shot.
Got movement. Stand by. Continuing sector sweep. Get that truck moving. Should have been uptown half an hour ago. Copy. We're rolling.
Truck's about to move. Should use it as cover. Go, go, go. Made it.
Who am I missing? Oh, Penny Parker, who is from, like,
Both on deck for Dr. Michael's
a
relocation.
distant future type
Add 2 more
timeline.
units. He carries the only sample of Devil's Breath.
With,
I will not be responsible for pandemic.
She has a giant robot that helps her.
Got a partial visual.
Wait!
It's so their field of vision is so inconsistent.
Bravo and Charlie are both on deck for Dr. Michael's relocation, ma'am.
Add 2 more units.
He carries the only sample of Devil's Breath.
Better check it out. Huh? Who's there?
Looks important. Safe houses. If Dr. Michaels is in one of these, Standish might know which one. There's Standish's tent.
Can't believe Michaels just carries Devil's Breath around with him. Osborn doesn't trust anyone else to secure it. Hope his ego doesn't bite him in the ass. Or us. So, again? What's up with these lights? Got a partial visual. Moving to confirm.
Wait!
I couldn't remember how to get through there. If I had like better options than just line of sight.
There's Standish's tent.
Can't believe Michaels just carries Devil's Breath around with him. Osborn doesn't trust anyone else to secure it. Hope his ego doesn't bite him in the ass. Or us. Continuing second. Again? What's up with these lights?
I think I'm supposed to go this way.
Move it. Close. Come on, come on.
Control, grid's clear. Repeat, grid's clear. Better check it out.
Wait!
Oh, I was almost there too.
There's Standish's tent.
Can't believe Michaels just carries Devil's Breath around with him. Osborn doesn't trust anyone else to secure. Again? What's up with these lights?
Move it. Close. Come on, come on.
Huh? Who's there? Hello? The hell was that?
Almost didn't make it again. Yeah, so I think the most impressive thing about Into the Spider-Verse was the animation, which is just kind of hard to talk about because I'm not an animation expert. But they really did a good job with making it look just different than anything else that has ever come out.
Do it himself.
I'm not
Like that's so hard to do in today's
I'm a reporter.
today's like Hollywood landscape. Like the only things that
Finally stopped.
the only animated products that look different than anything else come from Europe.
I've read your byline.
Like all of Japanese animation looks the same. All of Western animation tends to look like one of two things. Like either they're, if it's 2D, it looks like Disney. If it's 3D, it looks like Pixar.
Humans were talking about it when they held me.
And then if it's Japanese, if it's Japanese, everything looks
Get
like
what, Charles?
anime.
What do the demons need
Like
to
there's
get
very
at
few
Grand
things
Central?
that look at all unique.
What the?
Charles!
Oh,
What
that
the
was
hell?
not a Sable guy. Definitely not a Sable guy.
Heard something.
Sorry, Charlie.
Get the backup over here.
Okay, time
Wait,
to go.
no, he knows something.
Whereas in Europe you get movies, like Europe is the ones producing movies like Loving Vincent, Secret of Kells, Song of the Sea, things that look like nothing else
that was maybe the most
comes
awkward
out.
swing of my life. MJ is not happy.
Let's do some leveling up. Yeah, they got new suits. So let's go with this. Ooh, yeah, I like this.
Okay,
I like
another
this one.
thing. Sorry, Charlie. You knock a man out, destroy my background research, and the best you got is sorry, Charlie? Is everything a joke to you?
What? MJ, no, I screwed up. It was a tension breaker.
Tension breaker. Wait. You know this is exactly why we broke up.
I thought we broke up so you could focus on your career.
We broke up because you wouldn't stop treating me like a baby. Don't do this, MJ. Don't do that, MJ. Oh, that's too dangerous, MJ. I may not have super spider powers, but I'm not made out of glass.
You snuck into the middle of an armed military. You know what? Can we not do this right now? Please? Did you learn anything about Dr. Michaels?
Fine. Michaels is in the Bowery somewhere. Sable's moving him tomorrow at noon.
Awesome. Anything else? Was he saying something about Grand Central before I jumped in?
He was... No. It was nothing. Listen, I gotta go, Peter. Filing deadline.
Peter. That's how you know she's still mad. Peter. Nice work, Mr. Superhero. Man, I'm worked up. Gotta blow off some steam on patrol.
But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse did a really good job making everything look like pop art. And it looks different from the comic book. Like, they did a really good job, like, figuring out what would actually look good in a movie. And it looks a little jankety in some places because they didn't want to use motion blur. And I'm not quite sure why. And I'm not sure it was a design choice that really paid off. But it didn't look bad. So I'm okay.
That's Miles's... Felicia's keeping busy. But I'm catching up. Let's see where she hit this time. Meow. Cornelius Van Lunt's place. She's hitting places full of one-of-a-kind valuables.
I'm gonna catch up on this. Birthday Fruitcake said, I have been watching a lot of Ruby reviews lately and have heard comments along the lines of the team threw in this moment for this popular agenda. I just hope that they don't demonize heterosex because of the Yang and Blake vs. Adam thing. It better just be that Adam was a bad guy because of what he did. Not for liking girls and being light-skinned. I don't see the agenda with Ruby. I see way too much build up. And I've alluded to this on the podcast. But there's things all the way back in Volume 2. And for those of you who don't know, Volume 2 was the first volume where Yang actually had a personality.
That's Miles's mom.
So basically, for as long as Yang has been an actual character, they've been kind of building up this dynamic with Yang and Blake and the White Fang and Adam.
And please call me Peter. Mr. Parker is probably someone more together than me.
Yeah. Now, if they continue to do this will they won't they thing in Volume 7, I'll start getting annoyed. I think Volume 7 needs to, and I'll talk about this on the
same way.
next podcast.
I'll let AMA know, and I'll make sure I'm there his first day.
But Volume 7 needs to not have a Blake arc. We've had major arcs for Blake in the last several volumes, and we don't need another one this soon. We need to focus on Ruby and Weiss for this next volume.
terrorists in a box truck are evading pursuit. Location is Museum Mile. Over.
Perfect.
Peter,
I'm
about
losing.
to begin another test.
Oh, sorry. My bus broke down and there were no cabs. But I'll be there as soon as I can. Here's your stuff. Long time no see. Bomb in that truck. Gotta get it away from civilians. Oh, I get it. You demons have backup waiting just up the street to make me think I'm winning and then dash my hopes, right?
Which one of these guys?
These demons must have crazy insurance premiums.
So back to Into the Spider-Verse. It was just a pretty cool movie. I don't think there's really anything special about it from a story or character perspective. A lot of it was just like, yeah, pretty cool. Didn't do anything necessarily wrong. For me, it's almost the definition of an 8 out of 10. Like, so close to being one of the best movies in its genre, but it just nothing about it really elevated it for me. Nothing really hit home. Okay, James Trickney said, I had this idea of Oscar backstabbing Jean. Nah, I don't like it. Alkmore said, have you seen the Bumblebee movie, and what are your thoughts? No, I have not seen the Bumblebee movie. And I won't until it's out on DVD. James Trickney said, Godzilla King of the Monsters, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, that movie I'm excited for. That movie looks really well done.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Morning, Parker. Or is it evening? That doesn't matter.
Let's Watch said, if I had to rank the Ruby volumes from worst to best, it would be 5, 2, 1, 3, 4, and 6. I would go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Check the neurosensors, would you? We need a faster response time.
On it.
Try to get it under 3 milliseconds.
Okay, looks like I could optimize this power relay. Nice. Okay, what next? Looks like some impedance in this neurosensor circuit. Finished. Signal to noise is out of whack. A new signal processor should reduce lag.
Go with that for now. There we go. Birthday fruitcake. Spider-Man Gwen is the pink one, right? No, she wears white. It has blonde hair.
I got it, Doc. 2.8 milliseconds.
Good work, Peter.
so cool.
Yes.
Eclectic 1995 said, if technology gets advanced and affordable enough in the future, would small animation be able to create works that rival Disney and Pixar's quality? Okay, let me let me break one of the worst kept secrets about movie making. Budget doesn't actually matter. It really doesn't. Like the way animation works and stuff, it's very much simplified. And so you can easily have independent animation that looks just as good, if not better, than AAA stuff. Now, video games are different, and one of the things that video games need to do in order to achieve the same level of success that movies have in decades previous is they need to make those programs available to smaller developers. Like, right now, AAA developers are the only ones that have like the mocap stuff, the particle effects, that
the worst part is
the programs that allow them to create these massive, detailed worlds. Like the technology just is not available to smaller independent studios. Whereas with like animation and stuff, the industry standard is Maya. And so, like, Pixar and stuff, they use Maya, but so do the independent studios as well, like Rooster Teeth uses Maya. Those programs, those editing programs, those cameras, costuming, the material that... The same material that AAA studios use, that the really big studios like Disney and Warner Brothers use, is the same stuff that independent studios use. They just aren't able to use as much of it.
Outlines possible next steps for the neural interface.
I'll take a look.
And same thing goes with animation software and artist levels and stuff.
These things. Used them in grad school when he had to manipulate radioactive isotopes. Says seeing them keeps him humble.
Imperator Dragon said, Weiss Arc when Volume 7. Yeah, that's it for the questions so far.
Mob enforcer turned walking tank. Rhino's racked up enough property damage to destroy Manhattan 3 times over. Vulture might be the smartest guy up on this wall. Not smart enough to duck 3 consecutive life sentences, of course, but still pretty brainy. Gonna miss that humorless grimace. Electro was the first legit super-powered villain I fought. Till then it had been regular guys in fancy suits. Electro was a big change. Big change. Last time I fought Scorpion, he asked if I knew what my skull looked like from the inside. Then offered to show me. Super fun guy. Man, I remember the first day I interviewed here. Showed up with stains on my shirt, 10 minutes late from stopping a mugging. Still can't believe Doc hired me. I'll be direct interface with the basal ganglia. Exciting, but risky.
I don't know, Doc. You'll need a gallium silk array to make it work. Even then, odds of injury are pretty high.
Gallium! Genius! Never mind the risks. We'll work them out in time.
Doc's really sick. At this rate, he'll lose control of his motor functions within a year. If we're not careful, an intracranial implant could make things even worse. Even alter his personality. We need to proceed carefully.
Doc, I'm sorry. My aunt just texted.
No worries, Peter. I was thinking of taking a break myself. As soon as I check our telemetry data.
Thanks. I'll be back in a few hours.
Eclectic 1995 said, I hear from some that Atlas follows a capitalist philosophy, but I am somewhat unconvinced. What do you think? I think it's already confirmed with how prevalent the Schnee Dust Company is around the world, but especially in Atlas. Like that's a privately owned business, helping call the shots for an entire kingdom.
Let me guess, running late?
Nope, I'm actually on my way now. Have you heard from Miles?
No, but his mother said he was coming, so...
Good. I'll be there soon. Bye.
Yeah. Atlas is much more authoritarian, though. With the way Ironwood holds 2 seats on the council. And, I think this is a bird.
One of Howard's pigeons. Don't fly away, please! Okay.
Folks, you've no doubt heard about the riot at Empire State University. But this is not your usual toxic mix.
Sorry.
Underage drinking, titled millennials, and hormones run rampant. Authorities are keeping a tight lid on the situation, but my sources tell me the demons drugged the students, turning them into deadly rage machines. What has become of our fair city, ladies and gentlemen, when we have to fear our own children, our neighbors, our husbands and wives? Be vigilant, be on guard, and keep a close eye on that...
What are you doing here?
How long have I been going? Birthday for King. Would it be an honor to be accidentally tripped by Spider-Man? Yes.
You just made your last mistake, punk. What the...
Does it seriously take this many guys to rob a teenager? You hurt? You're Spider-Man. You're the amazing
Let's watch this. So Bumblebee is canon. What are your thoughts on that? It's not canon. Carrie said you'll see whether it's canon or not in Volume 7. That'll be much more satisfying if you just see it play out in the actual show rather than him saying something.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
But yeah, no, it's not canon right now.
But when I do it,
as it stands.
Like that time you fought Rhino on the Brooklyn Bridge? That was so awesome. Perfect example. If the other guy's bigger, you gotta be quicker. Okay?
Okay, but that's easy for you to say. Sorry, I just can't do what you do.
All right, put him up.
Seriously?
Yeah, come on. First thing, don't let the adrenaline get to you. Breathe slow, breathe deep, relax. Hip square to your opponent. Let them make the first move. Now use your feet. When they go off balance, Look for an opening. Boom. Like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Only this time, just let me have it. Right on the jock. Okay? I can get it.
Oh, sorry.
No. No. It's all good. You keep that up and you'll be fine. All right. Lesson's over. Gotta go.
Hey, thanks. You know.
Anytime.
Just punch Spider-Man.
Hey, I know you got the money. Come on.
Shelter should be just ahead.
Hey, give a sister a cigarette?
Yo, Miles, what's up?
Bro, you're not gonna believe this. I just met Spider-Man.
What? That's crazy. Hey, did you show him our hacking app?
Oh, man. I totally forgot.
Oh, you suck. He totally would have bought it off you, and then we'd be, like, famous.
Yeah, I'll show him next time. I gotta go. I promised my mom I wouldn't be late.
Cool. Later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, this is so annoying.
You're kidding me. It's gonna take forever. The drone wasn't watching. I could jump the fence. Wow, that was too easy. I can't believe Sable systems are unsecured. Maybe I'll send an anonymous tip. Okay, hacking app. I think I'll stay clear of those guys.
Yeah, another freaking stealth section. Ah, these are so annoying.
Okay, hacking app. Don't fail me now. Maybe I could turn on that siren.
Might have something, Control. Stand by.
Okay, let's see. I can go under the gate on the left, or over the scaffolding to the right.
I did on top last time, I remember. So let's go under this time.
Okay, stay calm. I gotta distract him.
Okay, my faithful listeners, I've been getting a lot of calls about this Sable International outfit that's assisting police with the search for suspects in the City Hall bomb. I've got 10 online...
Control, I heard something. Report. Running a sweep.
Come on. Ignore me. I'm invisible. Okay. I'm in the clear. Phew. That was tense. Oh, hey, Mom.
Hi, honey. Did you make it to the Feast shelter okay?
Yeah, almost there.
Miles, you don't have to work at that shelter, you know.
You said I did.
No, I gave you a choice.
Yeah, and I chose this over more therapy. I mean, it was helpful. The guy said everyone grieves in their own way. This is mine.
Okay. Sorry.
Mom.
Yeah?
Just because I don't want to talk about it doesn't mean I don't love you.
Oh, honey. I love you so much. We'll get through this. Okay?
I gotta go. I'll call you on my way home.
Alright, let's watch that. So we have to wait for Volume 7 to find out. That's if in the Volume 7 finale White Rose was all but canon, but Carrie said to wait till Volume 8 to find out. That's a cheap move.
You know what? Just keep breathing. I'll be back soon, Mr. Punch.
Hey,
Miles.
Pete.
Click
Hey,
take.
sorry I'm late.
1995
Oh, no,
said,
I'm
did
glad
Peter
you're here.
ever get martial
Alright,
training
so,
from Cap?
What can I do to help?
In the
Why don't you
comics,
start just
probably.
by,
I don't
being
know.
careful with the place. Meet a few people. You know what?
I feel like he
everybody
was.
loves
I feel like Spider-Man was always self-taught.
And I'll be
I
back in a
don't
little while
remember
to
him
check
ever
on you, Victor.
interacting with Cap a whole
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, don't worry about Mr. Hodges. He doesn't bite. Much.
You sure? Coffee?
Thanks.
Need help?
Not unless you know what the hell a quark is.
It's a subatomic particle. You know, the building block of protons, neutrons, hadrons?
Subatomic. It fits. Good one, kid.
Piece of junk. Ah, hell. Damn hunk of junk.
You mind if I take a look?
Huh?
Oh, we have a couple of CRTs at school. I know how to fix these when
CR what? No, you just gotta smack it a couple times. Get it going.
Or, could be a loose coax cable.
All right. Be my guest, huh, Mr. Smarty Pants? Hey, please, go ahead.
Tributes continue to pour in for Officer Jefferson Davis, the hero killed in the City Hall bombing, as reports emerge that he used his own body to shield others in his last moments of life.
Hey, new kid. I'm empty here.
Rio and son Miles, as well as brother Aaron. In addition to the
Hero. Man didn't do nothing heroic except get himself blown up.
Hey, Ernie. I see you've met Miles. He's gonna be helping out around here. You may have heard of his father, Jefferson Davis. Pretty great that even though he's got a lot of stuff going on right now, he decided to come and volunteer. Don't you think?
Yeah. Thanks. Listen, kid, I'm sorry about your dad.
Come on, Miles. Let's see if Aunt May needs a hand in the kitchen. Hey, May. I gotta take off, but, brought some help for you.
Hi, Miles. Nice to see you. Grab an apron, wash your hands, and I'll show you around.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for that back there.
Of course. Almost noon. Sable should be moving Dr. Michaels. Better get to the Bowery and locate him.
I'm afraid our computers are a bit outdated.
Well, that's cool. I might be able to improve their performance for you.
Let's watch that question. What's your favorite Ruby ship? Lancaster. I just have a really soft spot for that kind of friendship type pairing. Let's skills.
Hey, Yuri. I'm heading to the Bowery to make sure Michaels gets to his new safe house. You know, safely.
I wouldn't do that. Silver Sable made it clear you are not welcome.
We're ready for you, Dr. Michaels. Is that the Devil's Breath?
It's called GR-27, not... Just be careful. In the wrong hands, this could...
Don't worry, we're the best in the world.
Doubt.
I feel better already.
Code 381, packages on
Yeah,
the move.
no, the Sable Force is, like, extremely,
This way, Dr. Michaels.
What? Hold on. to do something real quick. Alkmore said is, what is the background noise? Literally everything that is going on in the house. It's why I have a hard time, putting out more videos more frequently, because I have so few times I could actually record without background noise ruining the recording. Yeah, like right now we got a washer going, got people making food, people cleaning, dogs running around, everything. Let's Watch said... Okay, so Let's Watch brought up something with White Rose. And, I don't know if I'll ever have a chance to really say this. Just because it's not really the nature of my Valentine's Day special. Like, I could probably put a line in my Valentine's special along this line. But, I like Ruby and Weiss exactly as they are right now. Like, I get why Raymond ships them. But their dynamic is really cute and cool as it stands. I don't want it to develop into anything more than what it already is.
Yuri, I'm in pursuit of Martin Lee. I think he's got Dr. Michaels and the Devil's Breath.
Copy that. More units coming your way.
He took Michaels alive, so that's good.
Probably so we can force him to make more Devil's Breath.
I have to stop that truck. Tank, whatever. Bet I can go through the back.
This is Sable International. We have authorization for deadly force. There will be no further warning.
Whoa, whoa, there's a biological weapon in there!
All units, open fire.
Whoa, why is everyone shooting rockets all of a sudden?
Spider-Man, get clear. You are interfering in this operation.
Sorry, but I'm not on board
No,
with
he's
Operation Missiles in Manhattan.
I'm the only one who is, like, even remotely competent. Like, all the Sable...
Need to clear the guys in the trucks before I go after Lee. Can we make this quick? I got a date with your boss.
Open fire.
Sable, you're gonna kill someone!
Target locked. Reacquire.
He is coming. He is coming, and he will destroy all sinners.
Sorry! Lee, hand it over.
What's your status? Have you apprehended Lee?
Working on it! I'll take this! What are you doing to me?
Giving you a new perspective.
I must be honest. I was hoping to bring you here. My abilities lend me a certain persuasiveness. I've been watching you. I was waiting for you at City Hall. You never came. Where were you?
Is this real or in my mind?
Spider-Man was there. He was just there as Peter Parker.
Had to die with no heroes to save them. That officer saved your life, didn't he? He was here because of you. And Norman wanted to use him. A futile gesture in the end. And where was Norman during all this? Slinking away like a rat. He knew what was going to happen, and he fled. Norman is a hidden cancer on this city. He must be excised with no trace of his corruption to return. Norman hides behind his mask of lies. I will break it apart and drag him into the light. Put on the mask. Become one of us.
Thanks, but no thanks!
One way or the other, you will join me.
Uh-oh.
All the souls you've lost, the innocent victims you couldn't save.
Martin, their blood is on your hands!
You can stop Osborn. You have so much strength. I can give you will. Their bodies filled the gutter, and you did nothing.
I can't save everyone!
What's one life? A simple trade. One life for a city of souls. You defend Osborn while he sits in his ivory tower?
This isn't real.
Show me your true strength.
Yeah, this is a very Arkham style sequence. Like the Ra's al Ghul fight, or the Copperhead fight, or the Scarecrow fight.
Kneel before me.
I don't think there was. Yeah, just Scarecrow fights in Arkham Asylum and Arkham Knight, and then Ra's al Ghul in Arkham City, and then Copperhead for Arkham Origins.
Born to me, and I give them strength.
darkness, Martin!
I will break you and leave you brain dead. You can't!
You can come back to the light!
No!
Eclectic 1995 said, we often see New York City as a setting for superhero works. I failed that because I was looking at the screen. But what other famous city do you want to see superhero stories take place? New York's the biggest city in America, so it's just the easiest to see things like on a large scale. And New York was also chosen because that's what he knew. Back then. This is just the homeboy in me, but I would like to see St. Louis utilized more.
Yes.
Detroit gets used a lot, but that gets used for like darker things like RoboCop and Deus Ex.
You're a popular guy.
LA gets used quite often. I think it could stand to be used more. And then I would also like to see cities like Boston and Miami.
I'm gone.
Goya. So-called superhero. You think you save people, but you just make it worse. This is your fault.
My fault? He was under your protection. You really need two of those?
Stop! We need to brief Mr. Osborn now. I'll go with her. Thank you. I'll remember this.
Yuri, tell me you've got a lead on Martin Lee's location.
We have footage from a guy at a coffee shop. Looks like he hopped into a black sedan after the crash.
Black sedan, great.
Let me finish. We have a partial plate. And one of my patrol guys just found a matching plate. Black sedan in a parking lot near Canal and Hudson.
You're a good cop, Yuri. I'm on my way.
Spider-Man. Hello? Is this working?
Dr. Michaels? How are you calling?
Borrowed one of Sable's radios. Listen, transit hubs are the most likely release points for Devil's Breath. Airports, bus terminals, train stations. It'll spread like wildfire from there.
Why the hell is Oscorp developing a bioweapon in the city? Shouldn't this be in an Arctic bunker?
Devil's Breath is personal for Norman. It's been his obsession for decades. The project breaks every state and federal regulation on the books, but he doesn't care.
If the city finds out, he can kiss re-election goodbye.
Never mind re-election. He'd be tried in The Hague for war crimes.
Why are you telling me all this? Aren't you just as culpable as Norman?
Yes. Completely. But Lee's actions have been a wake-up call. We've ignored the project's risks for too long. I trust you, Spider-Man. You're the only one trying to do the right thing. Please, protect the city from our mistakes.
Doc left word.
Parker, I wanted to thank you. Your work on the neural interface has been invaluable. I wish you could see what that means right now. But it's beginning to dawn on me just how powerful and insidious the forces arrayed against true visionaries are. I promise you, though, it won't be long. Success will come, whatever it takes.
Powerful and insidious forces. I don't like the sound of that. Need to check on Doc when I get a chance. Damn, Devil's Breath is gone. I should call MJ and warn her.
Jane Watson. Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
What are you up to now, MJ?
Standard said the demons are looking for something at GCT.
Oh yeah, this
But
level.
what could they possibly need here? Should probably call Peter and let him know what I'm doing. Actually, scratch that. He'd probably just tell me to go home and chain myself to my laptop. I'll just check things out quick and let him know what I find.
This is... I remember this was actually kind of fun for a stealth thing.
This Gaia microbe dispersal device releases specially formulated microbes into the atmosphere, and in turn, leaves our oceans and rivers cleaner than when man first walked the earth.
Mr. Lee.
This will be easier for everyone if you remain calm and do as I say.
Police! Over here! No!
Yeah, this will definitely be where I wrap it up. This sequence.
The man he is
So
looking
it's pretty
for.
long, and I'm gonna have to leave to.
What do you want?
Eat soon.
I want you at Grand Central Terminal in 30 minutes. By yourself. Or there'll be more blood on your hands.
MJ, I'm on my way. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Just hurry.
Going as fast as I can. What are you doing at GCT?
I'll explain later. Listen, Lee's going to release the Devil's Breath.
You've got to get out of there.
He's not gonna do it until Norman Osborn gets here.
Wait, this must have been Lee's plan all along. Make Norman responsible by forcing him to release the Devil's Breath himself.
Sort of makes sense, in a twisted, psychotic way.
Okay, I'm here. Coming into the terminal now. Anything I should be on the lookout for?
Looks like he's got some drones patrolling. Guess he's prepared for you.
Don't worry, I'm in the ventilation system. Can you see a safe exit point? Everyone just calm down.
Southwest corner.
On my way. If I get any closer, the drones will spot me.
See that tablet I'm looking at? That controls the drones.
Think you can snag it?
Yes, if you can distract them. And not get shot.
I'm ready. Tell me when.
Okay, I'm ready.
Incoming. Segundo! Okay, move.
Sneaking. Got it.
They're not gonna take me without a fight.
Wait!
MJ, what are you doing?
Let's all just relax. Listen, I'm a reporter. I have a direct line to Mayor Osborn.
I can help make sure he arrives on time.
How?
First, let him go.
李先生，这记者说他知道怎么找到奥斯奔。遵命。把他带到这边来，跟其他人分开。李先生马上就到。
They're coming. Jump over the railing.
Can't let him see me.
Drones, get to cover. You still got that tablet?
Yeah.
Better work fast.
Okay, I got this. Come on. Come on. Almost there. I did it.
Good job. Now let's get you out of here.
What about the Devil's Breath?
I'll come back for it.
No. We're partners, remember?
Can we argue later?
If we don't help those people, they could die.
So could you. I can't let that happen.
No. No, I got myself into this. I'm getting myself out.
What do you mean you got yourself into this?
I don't like this. There's too many of them.
Then let's start taking them out. Quietly. They're still too close. That did it. Grab him. Now.
Kind of like having my own personal Spider-Man. This is the only stealth section that I remember enjoying, even remotely.
See if you can break up that group.
I'm gonna try and separate them. Take him. Take him out.
MJ, did you know Lee would be here?
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
I thought something might happen, but not like this.
Why didn't you tell me? I thought we were partners.
Hey, partners trust each other, Peter.
What do you mean? I trust you?
Yeah, when I'm sitting at home behind a laptop.
Oh, come on.
Can we please get back to saving the city here? Do it. Now.
I don't know who that is.
那个记者在哪里？
他就在这儿附近，我们很快就可以抓到他。
Gotta get past him.
I'm ready.
无人机还接备着吗？
控制机在手上。
Do
不
it.
过我们
如果他跑掉了
Start the timer.
Keep him busy. I'll take care of the Devil's Breath.
You know what you're doing?
No. That's never stopped me before.
Okay, what do you say?
Oh, okay. Looks like the blue is connected to the battery, and yellow to a fan. Red one has a little exclamation mark.
Okay, you'll want to detach the wires from the battery first. Trace the wires to the other end and unplug them from there.
Okay, unplug the wires from the battery. Okay, pull the first wire.
Now the second one.
What? The timer just changed to 30 seconds.
It's a collapsing circuit.
What comes next? The fan?
Yes, then the last wire. But you have to hurry.
Okay, now the red one. Got it.
You did it. Wow.
Yeah. Now let's get these people out of here. I could use a little Spidey help. You ready?
Right. I'll clear a path.
Try to do it quietly.
Will do. Gotta be careful or the hostages will get hurt.
So satisfying.
Why is Lee so hell-bent on terrorizing New York? Fisk never would have taken hostages like this. He was right. I'm starting to miss him. Okay, MJ, time to go.
Copy that.
别鬼门子的，拿下狙击侠。
Should've known my look was gonna not hold out.
MJ, did you make it out?
I wonder if there. I wonder if it's like just impossible to
Yeah?
fully do that.
We should talk.
Yeah, we should.
The First, find me and kick his ass.
Feel bad for anyone who's on the wrong side of MJ. Wonder what side I'm on right now. Okay guys, trivia time. Did you know Grand Central has the largest basement in New York City? Crazy, right? You could fit half the Brooklyn Bridge down there. Ha! I agree. They sure don't make them like they used to. That's old school New York gumption for you. Anyway, I could talk trivia all day, but I gotta stop your wingnut of a boss from destroying the city. Time to wrap this up. Lee's escape plan is to use the train. Can't let him get away. The train platform is open. That must be where Lee is. Lee's getting away.
Finally.
Okay, Alchemore said if one of the main characters from Ruby were to go bad, who would make the most sense and why?
I'm late.
At this point, I don't think any of them would make sense. Like, I can see Weiss pulling, like the closest I can see is that, like, Weiss pulling, Nico Robin and, like, leaving the team to try to save them, during, like, the Atlas arc. But other than that, like, if the White Fang were still around, I could see maybe Blake doing something similar to that. Like, betraying them in order to try to, like, quote-unquote, save them. And then having to learn the lesson of, like, her friends are there for the long haul. Yeah, but that would only be if the White Fang were still relevant.
Better keep my distance for now. That didn't work. Better wait for an opening. His guard's down. Looks like he's getting tired.
I'll be up in a few minutes.
You're sick. Let me help you.
I mean, I'm gonna eat whenever I'm done with this. I'm just getting to a stopping point. Yep, food is done. Which means I'm gonna wrap it up as soon as this boss battle is over. So this'll be last call for questions. Adel Bassett asked if I'm doing well in life. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
I don't want to hurt you! Nothing can hurt me! Not anymore!
No breaks?
Akbar asked, how are things going with Just Act? I mean, I've just been more interested in writing Ruby on lately. So, like, whenever I feel like writing more for Just Act Manly, I will.
Streets closed for another month. Why?
But at most, it'll be a couple more months probably before I actually pick Just Act Manly back up, because I've just been more into Ruby on. And the whole point of me writing fanfiction is I'm writing what I want to.
Prison.
Like, I don't want to put I don't want to put Ruby on hold when I'm this into it, just to write Just Act Manly. Last cutscene, and then I'm calling it a night and eating spaghettis.
Get that cargo back to the lab. Let's move!
Thank you all for watching another Spider-Man stream.
This is Mary Jane Watson. Please leave a detailed message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey, it's me. Let me know when you want to talk.
Doing this a little more regularly throughout next week, and finish up Spider-Man. Finish up this game.
Talking? No, not that kind of over!
How does he text with those on?
Please say no, please say no. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's so cute, that's so cute.
And
no.
Not okay. What is there to figure out? Oh, you think?
Yeah, that's cute.
Great.
Anyway, so until next time, Let's Watch says, so any predictions for Volume 7? That's basically going to be the next podcast. There's a lot.
How do you feel?
How do I feel?
So, I'm gonna cutting the stream.
Not much.